I'm back after a little lull there in the video creation. But I feel more obligated to make a video now more than ever. All right, so I just had my appointment with the rheumatologist, the specialist, right? The doctor, the educated one, right? And yeah, she basically was just like, yeah, you know, there's no signs of rheumatoid arthritis, there's no signs of lupus, you know, the bone growth you're talking about is just normal bone growth, she said. And she said, so there's no reason to prescribe immunosuppressants, aka prednisone. So it's like, so all this woman does basically is, if you go in there with arthritis bad enough and you have symptoms bad enough, she gives you pills. And if you don't have the symptoms, she doesn't give you pills. So, and it's like there's no personal relationship whatsoever. Like she has no idea, never asked me what I eat on a daily basis, has no idea about my history, my medical history whatsoever. She just doesn't care. She literally probably makes like 250 to 300 grand a year to just do exactly what she just did. And that's like, those are the people that human beings, Americans for the most part, are depending upon in order to, like, for advice on how to live longer and live a better life. So I kind of had just like this big smile on my face beneath my mask the whole time, where I'm just like, I bit my tongue. I didn't really like push it too hard about what I really believe in, but I mean, like that's the best they got. So I mean, she ran some other blood tests. I got some blood drawn, but I'm not really counting on them to really figure it out. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. I just made another appointment with my primary care doctor, and just to see what she says, and like, so I don't know what the next move is here. I'd like to talk to a doctor who's more of like an alternative medicine person or something, but then you're paying out of pocket to go see them, so you're spending so much money. So in the end, I know a raw vegan diet works, and that's what I know works. I'm just sweating right now. I got the AC on a little bit. It's such a hot day today, but I love it. Just love sweating, love the heat. I got my girls in the back seat right here. You know, they're just chilling, you know. So yeah, so I picked up a couple watermelons on the way home from my homeboy on the side of the road. Selling them out of the back of his truck. Still to this day, better watermelons than you'll get it at any organic farm stand. Mom's Organic Market, Whole Foods. Like, these watermelons this guy gets are insane. And I know that being raw vegan and living that lifestyle is like, it's what works. So yeah, so I kind of like, I'm a little disappointed because I wanted just a little relief, but in the end, you can't depend upon those people unless you're like, okay, I'm cool with taking those pills for the rest of my life, which I'm just not. I'm not cool with that at all. And it's, being raw vegan, living in the city, is not easy. Not only because you're not getting the best food, because most food at grocery stores, even if it's an organic grocery store, is picked way before it's ripe and when it should be picked and eaten. So it's tough, and you know, you have food around all the time, pizza places, all sorts of different foods, smells. The people that you're around all the time will kind of like, it's awkward because you can't eat the food that they're eating, and they think it's weird, and so you're kind of affected by that. So I've been thinking, I'm just gonna my plan as of right now is to stay here for the rest of the summer into the fall, and maybe do a farm internship on like a farm somewhere in Costa Rica or somewhere tropical where fruit's in abundance. Like, just go straight to the source, because around here it's just not happening, man. It's just not. And as hot as it is right now, I just love just being out in the sun, sweating. And yeah, I just don't know. I don't know where to turn as far as the medical side of things. And I can just thinking about being on a farm somewhere where it's actually like a tropical location it just gets me so stoked. So yeah, just been riding my bike a ton. That's really given me a lot of joy, a lot of good exercise, just eating really healthy, and just keeping it mellow and stress-free, and free of all alcohol and drugs, you know, and all substances, all the white man's product, you know, cigarettes, alcohol, processed foods, all that stuff is just so bad. And yeah, I can't, you know, and I say the white man's product, I'm not behind all these protests and all this stuff that's going on in Baltimore. The Black Lives Matter organization, which is funded by George Soros. People don't understand that those organizations like that, they're funded by the same people that make your cigarettes, that make your alcohol, that are part of that control the system. I'm not part of that at all. I'm not into these protests whatsoever. I'm not into the COVID-19. I think it's completely fake. I think people are dying, but they're not dying of a specific illness or a virus like COVID-19. I think they're testing. I just don't even care. I'm tired of wearing the mask. I literally do not care about COVID-19 whatsoever. I don't care about Black Lives Matter. Obviously, I think that Black Lives matter. I think all lives matter, but I don't think watching CNN and getting all, you know, turned up and wanting to go protest and tearing down these statues, these art pieces that somebody worked so hard on. Like, I don't care. Like, the whole point of art is it's your own personal representation of what you believe in or what you think is rad. So if you want to make a statement, build another statue next to the quote-unquote racist statue that you think is racist. Make it bigger and more present, and make it obvious that, like, that's the thing that is now, like, equality and unity. Don't tear it down because you don't like it. That's like walking into like any art museum, seeing a painting that you don't like, and just being like, you know what, I'm just gonna tear this down. That's the exact same thing. I don't care what anyone says, man. I don't care if I'm pissing people off. I'm just tired of hearing it. I'm tired of all these things that you see. I'm in Baltimore for people who are watching this, who are in other places in the world. Like, I'm in the center of it, of all this crap, and it's just funny. It's literally laughable to me. And that's the thing, like, most black people that I see on a daily basis, because white people, I'm not saying that, like, I'm a minority, like I'm a victim, but there are less white people than black people where I live. I live in Baltimore City, in not the best part of town, and pretty much every black person that I encounter and interact with, it's all good. It's just like, yeah, like, there's nothing bad. The only people that have the issues are the racists. And I'm telling you that if you're out there protesting, you've got some racial issues in your life, man. The non-racists don't go out and protest. People who aren't racist don't go protest about racism, period. So that's here and there. I just had to get that out, because this whole medical disappointment, or it's not even disappointment, because it's basically exactly what I expected. It's just like everything is kind of like boiling up to this point and making me realize that, like, I got to get out of Baltimore and get to a place away from, you know, the modern civilization and modern society where, yeah, you can be out on a farm in a small community of people, which is that's how I believe human beings are supposed to operate, is in small groups where you're growing your own food, you're around people that are like-minded and doing the same thing. And I don't even know if the audio is going to record for this video because I don't have my headphones in. So, but yeah, I don't know. I'm stoked to eat these watermelons and just enjoy life and enjoy the power of God and all that He created, and just get away from all the negativity that's around where I live. Even before all these protests and COVID-19, it's just such a negative place to be. And yeah. So anyway. let's just keep it moving here, and yeah, all love all the time, and don't listen to your doctor. Don't get off those pills that you're taking. Stop taking them. They're not doing you any good, I promise you. Cheers.